Hello everyone, I am Prem Kumar. Welcome to Math G Academy. Today onwards, I am going to post the sequence of chapter-wise playlist. Today I am going to start with the quadratic equation. This subtopic-wise, the videos will be available in Math G Academy. So still now, we discussed the many of the videos or in functions related. That is a major for JEE mathematics. Okay, and one more information, so who are studying 12th standard, still 5 months only left. Math JEE Academy is providing you the 5-month JEE crash course for secured 100 percentile in mathematics. So don't miss this opportunity. Please utilize this. This is completely online, but you may feel that it is online. It is completely offline based only, right? I will interact with the students very nicely to based on your weak area, so we can increase your problem solving coaching, right? Okay, let's get started. So today class, polynomials and polynomial equations. You know what is mean by polynomial, you can see. So let us take p of x is equal to a n x to the power n plus a n minus 1 x to the power n minus 1, so on a naught. This is polynomial, right? In polynomial means what? It's algebraic expressions which involving the, the constant, the operations, right? And equals sign is there, right? And the polynomial means the algebraic expressions which have power whole number, which has power whole numbers, right? So for example, x plus 1 by x is a polynomial or not? If I take x plus 1 by x, this is not a polynomial. Why? Because there are two terms is there. This is first term and this one is x power minus 1. You have to check each and every terms of the expressions. Variable power should be whole number, right? So this is not a polynomial. Let's take a p of x equal to square root of x 2 times square root of x plus 5. This is your polynomial or not? This is not a polynomial because 2 into x to the power 1 by 2, this is 5 into x to the power 0. Because any constant polynomial is there, what is the degree? The highest power is what? 0, right? Because 5 into 1 we can write, so 1 we can write x to the power 0. Clear? Okay, so therefore, what is the degree of the constant polynomial is 0. This is a polynomial or not? This is not a polynomial. You can see the first expression x power 1 by 2 is there. If polynomial means the variable power should be whole number, right? But here is fraction is there 1 by 2, it is decimal, it is not a polynomial, right? Let us take p of x equal to 2x cube plus 3 by 2x plus 1. This is polynomial or not? Yes, this is a polynomial, right? You can see the each term of the variable power here is whole number. Here is first term 3 is there, second term 1 is there, and third term 0 is there. Okay, all terms is involving the variable here is whole number, right? Okay, fine. So next we are going to discuss about the roots of the polynomial. Roots of the polynomial means you need to put equal, you need to equate to 0. Why? Because p of x is output functions, right? This is y. So we need to find the x value. That means you have to put y is equal to 0. You can find the solutions. So put y 0. You can find the solution. Let us take p of x equal to x square minus 1. So you want to find the solution, equate to 0, x square is equal to 1, x equal to plus or minus 1. Clear? Okay. Let us take p of x equal to x square plus 1 equal to 0. So in this case, minus 1, this is not possible because there is no real number satisfies the condition. Square is always greater than 0 in the real number system. Okay, so there is no real solutions. So basically, you want to find the solutions of the quadratic polynomial. The curve, right? The curve should cross the x-axis. How many times the graph is crossing the x-axis? That is the number of solutions, right? Real solutions. So in this case, the graph here you can see x square graph is there, x square is a parabola, y is equal to x square. Just you can shift 1 unit up, 1 unit up. This is y is equal to x square plus 1, right? So this red color graph is not crossing the x-axis, therefore there is no real solutions. Okay, here you can see discriminant is less than 0. There is no real solution because it's not crossing the x-axis. X-axis only real axis. Okay, if I take p of x equal to minus x square plus 1. So you can see here the graph here is minus x square, this one downwards graph, right? You just shift 1 unit up, 1 unit up. This is minus x square plus 1. This is p of x. You can see in this curve, you can see the 2 point is crossing the x-axis. Therefore, number of solution here is 2. Suppose if I take p of x equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6 equal to 0. Okay, you can see the cubic polynomial, you know that at least one real solution is possible. But you can see when you observe the certain things in the equations, the sum of the coefficients you can see 1 minus 6 plus 11 minus 6. 1 minus 6 is minus 5, 11 minus 6 is plus 5. It will be 0. If the sum of the coefficient is 0, then 1 is always a root. Then you can see here 1 is a factor, and use the long division method. Using the factor 1, we can find the other two factors are x minus 2, x minus 3. Therefore, you can see how you can identify the graph. You can see 1, 2, 3. Okay. So definitely if you 1 less than, if you take definitely it is decreasing. We'll discuss this later, how we can describe the decreasing and increasing in the functions. First you have to understand this cubic polynomial, right? This is cubic polynomial have 3 roots possible. You know the fundamental theorem of algebra says if you have n degree polynomial, we can find at most n roots. Here is 3 zeros or 3 roots possible here, 1, 2, 3, all are distinct. Clear? Okay. Then we can see if you have quadratic equations or cubic equations, whatever it is, if suppose if you consider quadratic equations, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? Suppose if you have the roots are alpha and beta, right? Then what is the roots of that? Alpha is the root of the equation, means definitely it will be satisfies the equation. That means a alpha square b plus b alpha plus c equal to 0. And second one, a times beta square plus b beta plus c equal to 0, right? And one more way we can say that first one is a alpha square plus b alpha plus c is equal to 0, and a beta square plus b beta plus c is equal to 0, right? This is the first observation. Another observation, you can see if it is a root of the polynomial, definitely it is a factor. You can say here x minus alpha one factor, x minus beta another factor. If you multiply, you will get ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, we'll discuss the what is the relation between the roots and coefficients later. First, you have to understand if alpha is the root of the polynomial, definitely x minus alpha is the factor. Beta is the root means x minus beta is a factor. X minus beta is the factor of that. You can see here 1 and minus 1 is the root of the equation because it satisfies the equations. So we can say that x minus 1 and x plus 1 is the factor. You can multiply, you will get the same equations, x square minus 1. Clear? I hope everyone understand. So before going to discuss the problem, we have to understand the reminders theorem and factors theorem. What is the reminders theorem says? Let me remove this one. Okay. Let me take this portions here. Okay. So what is the reminders theorem here? Reminders theorem. If you have a polynomial p of x, right, when you divide it by the linear factor x minus alpha, alpha is the factor of the polynomial, then we can find p of alpha is the remainder. But how we can check this one? You know that dividends equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. You can use this idea. You can find p of alpha is the remainder. Okay. Then second one, factor theorem. Factor theorem says if you have a polynomial p of x, but when you are dividing that by linear factor, that polynomial should be one or more than that. It should not be constant polynomial, right? The factor theorem, for that also you have to take the polynomial should be one or more than that degree. P of x, okay, suppose if x minus alpha is a factor of p of x, then we can say that p of alpha should be 0. So you can see here 1 is the so x minus 1 is a factor, means you can substitute it here in the functions, it will be 0 because it satisfies the equations, right? Okay, this is your factor theorem. Let's do the problem. If x equal to 1 and x equal to 2 are the solutions of the equation and a plus b is equal to 1, find a and b. So definitely x equal to 1, 2 or satisfies the equation because it's solutions, right? Just substitute here 1 plus a plus b plus c is equal to 0. This is the one you can substitute it into the equations. And second one, 2 you can substitute. 2 cube is 8. I will directly do it. 8 plus 2 square is 4. 4 times a plus 2b plus c is equal to 0. Clear? 2 square is 4a plus 2b plus c is equal to 0. Yes. But you know that a plus b, you can see this is first equation, this is second equation. A plus b already know that 1, right? So 1 plus 1 plus c is equal to 0, c is equal to minus 2. We got it, c value. But we need to find a and b. So what we can do, you can see students, very simple thing. 8 plus 4a, how to split? A plus 3a you can split. 2b, how to split? B plus b plus c is equal to 0 you can split. Now we know that a plus b is equal to 1, no, we can apply here. Then how to write? 8 plus a plus b, this term you can see I'm combining a plus b plus 3a plus b plus c is equal to 0, right? Got it? I hope everyone understand, right? So again you can substitute it here. It's a 9 because you can substitute a plus b 1. 9 plus 3a plus b plus c is equal to 0. But again you can write 9 plus a plus b plus 2a plus c is equal to 0. Because 3a we can write 2a plus a. So again you can replace 1. So 9 plus 1 it is 10. 10 plus 2a plus c is equal to 0. Right? Then how to write this? 10 plus 2a plus c is equal to 0, but you know that c is minus 2. 10 plus 2a minus 2 is equal to 0. So 10 minus 2 is what? So 8, is it correct? C is minus 2 only, no? I am doing correct or not? So 2a plus c, yes, correct. 8 plus 2a is equal to 0, 2a is equal to minus 8, a is equal to minus 4. Okay, a is minus 4. What about b? But you know that b is equal to 1 minus a. B is equal to 1 minus of minus 4. This is b is equal to plus 5. Okay, a is minus 4, b is plus 5. I hope everyone understand, right? I hope everyone understand this one. Let a polynomial in x of degree 3, f of 1 is 0, f of minus 2 is 0, f of minus 1 is 4, f of 2 is 28, and we need to find f of 0. How to do this questions? You can see f of 1 is 0 means what? X minus 1 is a factor by factor theorem. X minus 1 is a factor. F of minus 2 0 means what is that? X plus 2 is a factor. So therefore, f of x, how to write? X minus 1 into x plus 2. But here is polynomial of degree 3. Here 2 degrees there. So we need one more things. You have to multiply with a linear polynomial, right? Ax plus b. Let us find a and b. Then after that we can find f of 0. Clear? Okay, you can substitute f of minus 1 here. F of minus 1 is what? 4. Substituted here f of minus 1. So here is minus 2. So 1 plus minus 2 minus 1 plus 2 is what? Plus 1, and minus a plus b, right? So if you cancel it 1 times here 2 times, minus 2 is equal to minus a plus b. So it is same as minus 2 is equal to minus, if you take common, a minus b. So minus minus cancel, a minus b is equal to 2. This is first one. Okay. Second one, you can see, student, f of 2 is equal to 28 given. Just you substituted here f of 2, it's 28 is equal to 2 minus 1, it is 1, 2 plus 2, it is 4, and here is 2a plus b. So 1 times here 7 times is possible. 2a plus b is equal to 7. This is second equation. Solve this. A minus b is equal to 2 and 2a plus b is equal to 7. Solve this one. What will get? Plus b minus b cancel. 3a is equal to 9. So a is equal to 3. Okay, a is equal to 3, we got it. Then how to find the b here? You can substitute any one of the equations. So a minus 2 is equal to b. A minus b is equal to 2 means a minus 2 is equal to b. A is 3, 3 minus 2 is equal to b. So b is equal to 1. Clear? I hope everyone understand. Just you can apply the factor theorem here. Understand? Okay. Next we will discuss the cubic polynomial, right, and biquadratic polynomial, and how to find the roots of the polynomial, right? For example, here f p of x equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6 equal to 0. So definitely you can see the roots are, the sum of the coefficient is 0, no? 1 minus 6 plus 11 minus 6 is 0 means, so definitely 1 is always a root, always a root. Okay. So whenever, so you want to calculate the roots of the equation, you have to equate to 0. P of x equal to 0. P of x is y. Y should be 0. Then only we can find the x value. Okay. Using the long division, you can see here, write the coefficients here. Cubic polynomial coefficients you can write 1, minus x, 11, minus 6. Just now we got it. 1 is the root because sum of the coefficient is 0 means 1 is always the root, right? You take 1 here, fix 0, use synthetic division 1 into 1, it is 1, minus 5, minus 5 into 1, minus 5, this is 6, 6 into 1 is plus 6 is 0. Therefore, this is your x cube coefficient, x square coefficient, this is minus 5x plus 6. Therefore, x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6, how to write? X minus 1 into x square minus 5x plus 6. This is x minus 1. The product is 6, the sum is minus 5. So, 3 into 2 you can write, that is x minus 2 into x minus 3 you can take. Therefore, the roots are, we need to find the roots means you get to 0, then what will get? X equal to 1, 2, 3. Then you can see here 1, 2 and 3, the x-axis. You can differentiate this function using the first derivative. What will get? 3x square minus 12x plus 11, right? You can see, student, this is your p dash of x, that is the first derivative. If there is a curve like this, you can see this is the turning point. That means the p dash of x is 0, the slope is 0. P dash of x is what? The slope is 0, tangent to the curve. This is p dash of x equal to 0, these points. This is turning point, right? You know how many changes turning point is there? You can see, if you have this is x-axis, if it is a one turning point is there, we can find two solutions, x-axis, right? Understand? One turning point is there, we can find the two real solution is possible. We consider this x-axis, right? X-axis you can take, this is one turning point is there, two solution is possible. But you can see here is the three solutions, how to draw the graph of this. You can see when you take less than 1, the p dash of x is increasing or decreasing. How you can check it here? So when there is a increasing, you can see the order will be, you can see here, this is increasing fashion. This is positive slope increasing, this is negative slope, it's decreasing. Again, it's a constant and increasing fashion. Okay. When you take, let us take 0, right? It's less than 1, 0 only, no? Less than 1, 0 you can take simple number. You substitute it here, it will be 11, it is positive, it is increasing. So, increasing here, right? And then when you take, so here it will be constant and it will be crossing like this. It will be going like this, right? Because you can see here one turning point, here is one turning point. Two turning points would be there. After 3, 4, 5, you can see it will be increasing only. The decreasing, you can see the interval, this turning point to this turning point, you can see this interval, you can see this is decreasing. This is decreasing, this is increasing, there also more than 3 also increasing. So you can see, you can use the quadratic formula, you can find the critical point. So those critical points are two critical points. Here one point, here another point. Understand? The two critical point means you can see the sign changes of f dash of x. You can see here one critical point, no? Here is increasing and decreasing. Here it will cross the one point. And then here. So there are three solutions is possible, right? If less than 1, it is increasing, and then after turning point, first turning point is decreasing, and the second turning point it is increasing. You just check the value. If more than 3, you can substitute It is completely positive, right? Understand? Is there any doubt? If you check here, let us take 2. What will get? 3 into 4 minus 12 into 2 plus 11. It says 12 minus 24 plus 11. So definitely it will be 0, right? But if you take less than that, definitely it will be negative, right? Correct or not? Oh, sorry. It's not 0, right? So 12 plus 11, you can see, so 23 minus 24, it is less than 0 will come. So definitely it is decreasing. Clear? Okay. So just you have to find the turning point, just p dash of x equal to 0. Then how many, one turning point is there, two solution is possible. You can see two turning point is there. You can see it is one turning point, first turning point, it is increasing. After that, it is decreasing. The second turning point after increasing. So therefore, three solution is possible, right? Okay. Is it correct or not? Yes, correct only. Fine. Next, you can see the how many points the graph intersect the x-axis. You can see this is cubic polynomial. Intersect the x-axis means you have to put y0, right? Put y0, what will get? X cube minus 3x square plus 5x minus 3 is equal to 0. You can see 1 minus 3 plus 5 minus 3. So minus 2 plus 2, it is 0, right? It will be 0 now. This will be 0, right? If you take this one, this will be 0, right? Sum of the coefficient is 0 means what? 1 is always a root. Then you can see use the synthetic division method. Write the coefficients of all the polynomial. 1, minus 3, 5 and minus 3. Let us take 1 here, put 0, right? This is the rule for synthetic division. 1. So 1 into 1, 1. It is minus 2. Minus 2 into 1 here is minus 2. So this is plus 3. 3 into 1 here is plus 3. If last term is 0, definitely 1 is a factor of the given polynomial. Then it will be reduced into x square minus 2x plus 3. You can see the product is 3. The sum is minus 2. Any factor is possible here. You can check here the discriminant. So minus 2 whole square, b square minus 4ac, you can check it. Minus 4, 1 into 3, that is 4 minus 12, it's less than 0. So definitely the discriminant is less than 0, definitely the graph will not cross the x-axis. Okay, so therefore the cubic polynomial x cube minus 3x square plus 5x minus 3 is equal to 0. How to write? X minus 1 into x square minus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. But you know that this will not equal to 0. Why this is not equal to 0? Because it's not crossing the x-axis. If the cross x-axis means this should be 0. Why it is not 0? Because it will not cross the x-axis, right? It's because it's imaginary root possible, right? We can't get the real solutions. Okay, then you can see here, student, x minus 1 equal to 0, x equal to 1 is the solutions, right? Okay, fine. So therefore, how many points the graph is intersecting the x-axis? Only one time, because x equal to 1, that point only the graph is crossing the x-axis. Okay, next you can see how many roots of the equations are real. You can see this is the biquadratic equation. Then there are how many real roots is possible. How we can check this one? You can see, let us take f of x equal to x power 4 plus 2x square minus 8x plus 3, right? can differentiate this function. You can see what will get 4x cube plus 4x, correct, minus 8, right? Clear? You can take 4 out. What will get? X cube plus x minus 2, right? Is it correct? Yes. You can see, student, sum of the coefficient here is 0, right? 1 plus 1 minus 2, it is 0. Definitely x cube plus x minus 2, one of the factor here is 1. So 1 is a root of x cube plus x minus 2, right? So therefore we can see root means the factor, x minus 1 is a factor. Then how to find the remaining two factors? You can see use the long division. So 1, x cube term is 1, x square term is 0, and x term is 1 minus 2. 1 is a factor, fix 0 here. 1, 1 into 1, 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. So 1 into 1 here is 1, it is 2. 2 into 1 it is 2, it will be 0. Clear? So now, if last term is 0, definitely 1 is a factor, right? Okay. Then how to reduce this one? You can see here. So 4 into x minus 1 is a factor because 1 is a root, or 1 is a satisfies the equation. Then second one, you can see this is your x square, this is x, this is constant term. X square plus x plus 2, we can write this is your f dash of x. Okay, what is our question? How many real roots of the equations are possible? You can see here, you can see this is your f dash of x, right? Okay, you can see if you equate to 0, how many critical points, how many turning point you can find out? F dash of x equal to 0 means x minus 1 equal to 0, x equal to 1 only possible. Okay, but you can see x square plus x plus 2, you can check the discriminant, it will not be 0 because you can see x square plus x plus 2, you can check it here, 1 minus 4 into 1 into 2 less than 0. Definitely you cannot find the one more turning point because it will not be equal to 0. Therefore, the only one turning point is there. This is your x-axis, only one turning point. So that will be like this. Okay, you can see here 1 is the turning point. That point, the p dash of x or f dash of x is 0. F dash of x is 0. If I take less than 1, so definitely it will be decreasing or increasing. How we can check it here? You can see here, if you substitute 0, this is negative, it is 2. Definitely minus 1 into 2, it is minus 2 is negative. So it is decreasing. If less than 1 is decreasing and more than 1 is increasing. If I take more than 1, let us take 2. You can substitute here the whole expression, that is f dash of x is greater than 0. Therefore, only one turning point is there. That means the graph is crossing the x-axis exactly 1 point. Therefore, the number of real solutions of the equation is 1. One real solution is possible. Okay, fine. Next, how to check this one, you can see. Let us consider this is f of x. How many real roots of the equations? X power 7 plus 14x power 5 plus 16x cube plus 30x minus 560, right? You can differentiate this function. You can see what will get 7x power 6 plus. So 14 into 5, how much it will be? 50, 70, right? Plus 70, Correct only, no? 70 x power 4 plus, so 16 into 3, 48 x square plus 30. Clear? Check it once again. 14 into 5 here is 50. Yes, correct. Correct. This is your f dash of x. You can see, students, all the powers, you can see all the power of each term is even powers. If you take any value, it will be f dash of x is positive only. You can see the minimum value, put x is 0, it will be greater than or equal to 30 only possible. The whole function is completely increasing, right? Completely increasing. So therefore, this how many real roots is possible here? We cannot say there is no real roots. The reason is 7 degree odd degrees polynomial. Here odd degree polynomial, at least one real root is possible. For all other case, you can see it is increasing. So therefore, only one real solution is possible. You can say here f dash of x is greater than 30 for all x belongs to real number. Okay. So completely it is increasing. So how we are telling that increasing means what? So some certain stage you can find some critical point, just you can equate to 0, you can find some critical point, that point, right, it should be crossed and again it will be increasing, right? Again it will not turning back, because increasing means it's going up, right? It will be like this only, right? Maybe it's like this. So this should not be possible. It is completely, it is increasing fashion, right? That's why we are telling that at least one solution possible. Why we are telling? Because if even degree polynomial is there, if one is complex number, mean the conjugate also complex number. For example, if I take x square plus 1 equal to 0, x square is equal to minus 1, x equal to plus or minus square root of minus 1. Plus or minus square root of minus 1 means this I or minus I. X is equal to plus or minus I. So one root is complex number, mean other one is the conjugate of that. 2 plus I is one root, means 2 minus I is the other root, right? Okay. So conjugate pairs in complex number. Here if you have 3 degree odd degree polynomial, one root is suppose complex number, other root automatically conjugate will be there. Suppose one more root is complex number, but one more conjugate is not there, no, because degree is 3 only, no, we can find at most 3 roots, right? So therefore any odd degree polynomial, you cannot get all the roots are complex number, right? At least one root should be a real number, right? So in this case, some certain stage the function is completely increasing, it crosses only one point somewhere. So therefore this function is only one real solution is possible, at least one real solution. So because odd degree is there, right? So the answer for this, one real solution is possible, one real solution. Okay, I hope everyone understand. Let's go to the next thing. Let's do the past year paper. F of x be a polynomial, quadratic polynomial, f of minus 1 plus f of 2 is equal to 0, and if one of the roots is 3, then the other root lies in the which interval? We have to check it here. Okay, how to solve this question quickly? One root is given to you 3. Let's take f of x minus 3. We can say the factor. If one root is 3 means definitely x minus 3 is a factor by factor theorem, right? So other root, how to find out here? So you can see they didn't mention that it is leading coefficient 1. Let us take k is the leading coefficients you take, and you can consider other root is alpha, right? X minus alpha is another root. Let alpha be another root. Okay, then you can substitute it here. F of minus 1, what will get? K into minus 1 minus 4, so minus 1 minus alpha. F of 2 you can substitute, k into 2 minus 3 is minus 1. This is 2 minus alpha. You can add these two things, you'll get 0, right? If you add this will be 0, addition of this. So here will be minus 4k into minus 1 minus alpha minus k. That means you can take here plus minus k into 2 minus alpha, right? Then you can simplify this, plus 4k and then plus 4k alpha minus 2k plus k alpha. 0 is equal to 4k minus 2k plus 2k, 4k alpha plus k alpha, 5k alpha. You can take k common. What will get? 2 plus 5 alpha is equal to 0. Clear? If I take k common, because k is a leading coefficient if you consider, so k may be any number, right? But that should not be 0. If it is 0, it is not a quadratic polynomial. But here f of x is given to you quadratic polynomial, right? So k is never be 0. Therefore, 2 plus 5 alpha is equal to 0. 5 alpha is equal to minus 2. So alpha is equal to minus 2 by 5. This is another root. This is 0 point minus 0 point something, that will be belongs to minus 1 comma 0. Minus 0 point something, right? 0.4 will come, I think, right? Okay, I hope everyone understand. We'll go for the next question. You can see f of x be a quadratic polynomial such that f of minus 2 plus f of 3 is equal to 0. One of the root is minus 1. The sum of the roots of f of x equal to 0 is equal to what? How to solve this question quickly? So let us take f of x. One of the root is minus 1. Definitely x plus 1 is the factor, right? X plus 1 is the factor. Okay. And then you can see another root we don't have any idea, right? What we can do, we don't have any idea. So for that, we have to take the linear factors as the root. That means x is what? Minus b by a is another root you can take. If you multiply, you will get quadratic polynomial, right? Okay. So if here a is the leading coefficient is there, no need to put k here. Okay, fine. Then you can apply the given conditions. F of minus 2 plus f of 3 is equal to 0 is given. So just substitute minus 2 minus 1 into minus 2 plus 1 minus 1 minus 2a plus b, okay, sorry, plus f of 3 you can substitute 3 plus 1 is 4, 3a plus b is equal to 0. You can simplify this as 2a minus into minus plus, so minus b plus 12a plus 4b is equal to 0. So here 2a plus 12a 14a minus b plus 4b is what? Plus 3b is equal to 0. Correct? So 14a plus 3b. So 14a is equal to minus 3b. So therefore, we can say that 14 by 3 is equal to minus b by a. So one root is already given to you minus 1. Other root is what? Ax plus b, no? You can equate to 0, x equal to minus b by a. This is another root, right? The sum of the root is, sum of root here is 1 is minus 1, other root is 14 by 3. So you take the LCM 3, minus 3 plus 14, 11 by 3 is your answer. I hope everyone understand, right? Okay, we'll go for the next question. You can see f of x is given to you, ax squared plus bx plus c, such that f of 1 3, f of minus 2 is lambda, and f of 3 is 4. The sum of all expressions equal to 14. Then what is lambda? How to find out this? You can see here, f of x is given to you. F of x is what? Ax square plus bx plus c is there. First you need to use the given conditions. What is that? F of 1 is given to you 3. Substituted here. 1 you substitute a plus b plus c. This is the first one. And second one you can see f of, so f of minus 2 is there. Minus 2 0, lambda is given. So f of 3 is equal to 4 you can use here. F of 3 you can use. 3 square is 9a. So plus 3b plus c. F of 3 is what? 4, right? Let's use the second one. Third one you can see. Third one, what we can take? Minus 2 square. F of minus 2 you can substitute. Minus 2 square is 4a minus 2b plus c. That is equal to lambda. This is third one. But you can use here f of 0 plus f of 1 plus f of minus 2 plus f of 3 is equal to 14 is given. Okay. What is f of 0? If you put f of 0, what is that? C. Just substitute 0, c. F of 1 is given to you 3. F of minus 2 is given to you lambda. Plus f of 3 is 4, right? Is equal to 14. So therefore, c plus lambda plus 7 is equal to 14. C plus lambda is equal to 7. So we need to find lambda 7 minus c. Clear? So therefore, lambda is completely depends on the c. Then you have to solve these two equations. So 3 equation here, you can solve a, b and c here. We need c only, we can find out lambda. So for that, what we can do, the first two equation is there, no? First equation, second equation, third equation you can take. So what we can do here, tell me student. You can see the third equation, you see 4a minus 2b plus c is equal to lambda. What is lambda? 7 minus c. So from this, 4a plus 2b plus 2c is equal to 7 we can write. Correct? Now we can compare with so which one we can? Minus 2b, no? We missed plus 2b here, minus 2b, right? Minus 2b plus 2c is equal to 7. So we need minus 2 plus 2b is required. First equation is then you multiply by 2. What will get? Multiply by 2 the first equation. 2a plus 2b plus 2c is equal to 6. Clear? You can add these two things. So what will get? 6a plus 4c is equal to 13. Right? Okay, student, you can see the second equation and the first equation you can take. First equation you can multiply by 3. So 9 is equal to 3a plus 3b plus 3c. And second equation you can see 4 is equal to 9a plus 3b plus c is there. You can eliminate b here, subtract this one, then it will be cancelled. 9 minus 4 is 5. So here is minus 6a, right? Here will be plus 2c, right? Correct? You can solve this equation. You can see that this is your fourth one and fifth one you can take. So what will get 6a plus 4c is equal to 13 and minus 6a plus 2c is equal to 5. You can solve this. This will be cancelled. This is 6c is equal to 18. So c is equal to, understand, c is equal to what? 3, right? Yes, we got the c value. C value, if you got it, means you can find the lambda. Lambda is equal to 7 minus 3, it is 4 is your answer. Clear? Okay. So next, what we'll discuss, next question. So f of x is the polynomial of degree 3 such that f of k is equal to minus 2 by k, k is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the value of 52 minus 10 times f of 10. How to find out this quickly? You can see, students, very simple question. So f of k is equal to minus 2 by k is there, right? K value is what? 2, 3, 4, 5. So this kind of situation, what we can do, you cross multiply k times f of k is equal to minus 2. Let us take in terms of x you can write. Just replace k by x. X into f of x plus 2 is equal to, let us take g of x. I hope everyone understand. Just f of k is equal to minus 2 by k is there. Just cross multiply k times f of k is equal to minus 2. Just I am replacing, k may be any real number, right? So here particularly you can choose 2, 3, 4, 5 only. So generalized, you just replace k by x, x into f of x plus 2 is equal to g of x. Clear? Therefore, g of x you can write x into f of x plus 2 we can write. But you can see what is the k value you can choose here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just you substitute 2. What will get? 2 into f of 2 plus 2. What is get? What will get? F of 2 is what? You just substitute 2 here. F of 2 is what? Minus 2 by 2. It is minus 1 plus 2. It is 0. G of 2 is 0. That means g of 2 0 means what? X minus 2 is a factor. Is a factor of g of x. Same way you can substitute 3, 4, 5. Everything will be 0 only. Therefore, we can say g of x, how to write? G of x, we can write some k times x minus 2, x minus 3, x minus 4, x minus 5. If you multiply, you will get g of x. Why we are writing like this? Because this satisfies the condition, it's a factor. Using the factor theorem, we can say that one. Okay, now our target is to find the k value. How to find the k value? Right? So we need g of 0 is required, because we need to find the k means put it x is equal to 0, you can substitute. If you put x equal to 0 only, you can see g of 0, what will get? You can see g of 0, 0 into f of 0. So anything, f of, it will be automatically, so 0 into something will always 0, no? So 2 will get, right? 0 plus 2, it is 2. Put x equal to 0, g of 0 is what? 2 is equal to k times minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Clear? So 2 is equal to, what will get? So minus into minus plus, that is 6. So 6 into 20, right? 6 here, 20. So 120. So k into 120 will get. Understand? Because minus into minus plus here, minus into minus plus, 20 into 3 is 60, 60 into 2 it is 120. Clear? Okay, therefore k is equal to 2 divided by 120. This is 1 times here is, how many times is possible? 60 times possible, right? Yes. Therefore, we got the k value. K is equal to 1 by 60. Therefore, g of x, how to write? 1 by 60 into x minus 2, x minus 3, x minus 4 into x minus 5. This is your g of x. Clear? Now your target is to find f of x. How to find f of x? You can see we define g of x is what? X into f of x plus 2. We need f of x. You just plus 2 send to the left side. G of x minus 2 is equal to x into f of x. Clear? So now we need to find the f of x. You can divide it by x. G of x minus 2 divided by x is equal to f of x. What actually is required? You can see what is actually is required. We need f of 10 is required. F of 10 you can substitute, put x equal to 10. What will get? G of 10 minus 2 whole divided by 10 is equal to f of 10, right? What is g of 10? G of 10 you can find out here. G of 10, what will get? 1 by 60. 10 minus 2 is 8. 10 minus 3 is 7. 10 minus 4 it is 6. 10 minus 5 is 5. You can see here, student, very simple. 1 times 6 here is 10 times 6 is 60. Here 1 times 5 here is 2 times 5 is 10. So 1 times here is 4 times. Correct? 4 times 2 times 5 is, understand, 10 times 6 is 60. Here 2 times 5 is 10. Here 1 5 is cancelled. 1 times 2, here 4 times 2 is 8. So 28 is your g of 10. 28 minus 2 divided by 10 is equal to f of 10. Right? 28 minus 2 is what? 26. I will write here. So 26 by 10 is equal to f of 10. What they're asking actually? 52 minus 10 into, what is f of 10? 26 by 10 is 10, 10 cancel. 52 minus 26 is again is 26. Right? 52 minus 26 is what? 26. It's a 40, so 12 it is 52. Yes, correct. 26 your answer. I hope everyone understand, right? Okay. We'll go for the next question. P of x be a polynomial of degree 2010. Suppose P of n is equal to n divided by n plus 1. N is equal to 0, 1, 2010. Okay. So we need to find the 2000, P of 2012 we need to find out, right? Okay, the same idea you can do it. P of n is equal to n divided by n plus 1. You can cross multiply n plus 1 into P of n is equal to n. Just replace n by x. It will be easy for you to find out the solutions. X plus 1 into P of x, correct? N plus 1 into P of x. Okay, so it's equal to x. Clear? Okay, so x plus 1, this is how to write x plus 1 into P of x minus x equal to, let us take g of x. Okay, whatever the difference is there, that is, I'm taking that g of x. So that is degree of 2010. You have to take from n is equal to 0 to 2010, right? So you can see g of x is equal to x plus 1 into p of x minus x is there. Just substitute 0 here. 0 substitute. G of 0 is what? 0 plus 1. P of 0. You can see P of 0 is what? 0 by 0 plus 1. It is 1. Sorry, 0. 0 by anything? 0 only, no? 0. Here is 0, right? It is again 0. G of 0 is 0. 0 is a factor. That means x minus 0 is a factor, right? Is a factor, right? The same way you can substitute 1. What will get? G of 1 you can substitute. What will get? So 1 plus 1, P of 1 minus 1. So 2 P of 1 you can substitute. 1 divided by 2. 1 divided by 2 minus 1. Cancel, it is 1 minus 1. It is again 0. Therefore, G of 1 is equal to 0 means we can say 1 is a factor of, so we can say x minus 1 is a factor of g of x. Understand? Then how to write g of x here? G of x, let us take some constant term. That they didn't mention that leading coefficient is 1, right? So let us take k, x into x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, right? Because 1 is the factor. In the same way you can continue 2, 3 up to 2010. So x minus 2010, right? Now how to find the k here? That is very tricky here. Which value can take? Which value can take such that the g of something would be defined? You can see g of x here is there, no? This is your g of x, right? Put minus 1 here. Minus 1 plus 1 completely 0. That is plus 1 will come, right? So put x is equal to minus 1. What will get? G of minus 1 you can see. Minus 1 you can see. Minus 1 plus 1 0. So p of something. 0 into something always 0, no? Minus of minus 1 it is plus 1. G of 1 is minus 1 is 1. Okay. You can see here g of x is what? Minus 1, sorry, plus 1. So x into x minus 1, x minus 2. Leading coefficient should be 1 here because g of minus 1 is 1. So put here 1. Oh, sorry, we did one mistake here. We need to find the k value, no? So k here, g of minus 1 is what? G of minus 1, you can see, what is that? Minus 1 is g of x. You first you take, put minus 1 here. G of minus 1 is 1. So k into, just replace minus 1. Minus 1, minus 2. So minus 3, so on. Minus 1 you put minus 2011. Correct? So 1 is equal to, here is odd power, is odd term only is there, no? 1 to odd term is there. You can see here minus k times 2011 factorial we can write. 2011 factorial, how to write? 2011 into 2010, so on, 1 we can write. 2011 factorial we can write. Therefore, we can say that k is equal to minus 1 by 2011 factorial. Clear? Okay. So next your target is how to find g of x. G of x is constant, we know that, minus 1 by 2011 factorial into x minus 1, so on, x minus 2010. Okay, our target is to find p of x. How to find p of x here? Any space is there? You can see no. So p of, How to find p of x? You can see g of x, we know that. What is g of x? X plus 1 into p of x minus x, right? From this you can find the p of x. You send to the left side g of x plus x is equal to x plus 1 into p of x we can write. Okay, I'll take another color. So now we need to find the p of x, g of x plus x divided by x plus 1. Now you can calculate p of 2012. G of 2012 plus 2012 whole divided by 2012 plus 1, it is 2013 is equal to p of 2012. G of 2012 you can calculate, student. You can see this is your, where is g of x? This is 2012, you substitute. G of 2012 you can substitute. So 2012, 2011 up to, you can see how it will go, minus 1 by 2011 factorial 2012 into 2012 minus 1 2011, so on 2011. Okay, then finally you can substitute 2012 minus 2010. How to write this? That is 2 here, right? This is same as minus 1 by 2011 factorial. This is same as 1 2012 factorial. We can write 2012 to 1. How to write? 2012 factorial we can write. Okay, so 2012 factorial, how to split? You can see 2012 factorial, how to split? You can see 2011 factorial into 2012 we can write. 2011 factorial into 2012 we can write. You can see here, student, 2012 factorial, how to write? 2011 factorial into 2012 we can write. Because 2012 factorial means what? 2012 into 2011 into so on 1. Okay, so this will be cancel. So you will get g of 12 is minus 2012 will get, right? So you can substitute it here, minus 2012 plus 2012 divided by 2013 is equal to p of 2012. Clear? So minus 2012 plus 2012, it will be cancel, 0. So the answer for this question is 0 by anything, 0 only answer. P of 2012 value is what? 0. I hope everyone understand. Okay. F of x is a polynomial of degree 3 with the leading coefficient is 1, such that f of 1 is 1, f of 2 is 4, f of 3 is 9, and then the value of f of 4 they're asking. You can see f of 1 is 1, f of 2 here is 4, f of 3 is 9. This is how to write 1 square, 4 you can write 2 square, 9 you can write 3 square. Generalize it, f of x you can write x square. Therefore, g of x how to write? F of x minus x square we can write. Clear? Just you can substitute 1, g of 1 you can see, g of 1 is what? F of 1 minus 1 square. F of 1 is what? 1 minus 1, 0. Definitely, g of 1 equal to 0 means, which is the factor? X minus 1 is a factor of g of x. Clear? Same way, g of 2 you can substitute. G of 2 is what? F of 2 minus 4. F of 2 is what? 4 minus 4, it is 0. So definitely x minus 2 is a factor. Okay. Same way, you can substitute f of 3, g of 3, that is also 0. X minus 3 is a factor. Of g of x. Therefore, g of x how to write? The leading coefficient is 1 is given. Therefore, 1 into x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 3 we can write. Okay. Now, let us calculate f of x. What is f of x here? F of x, how to find out here? You can see, student, very simple thing. G of x, how to define here? F of x minus x square, right? So we need f of x. g of x plus x square is equal to f of x we can write. Clear? So we need f of x, we done. F of 4 is required. G of 4 plus 4 square is 16 is equal to f of 4. But g of 4 how to calculate? You can see g of 4 is, g of 4 how to calculate? 4 minus 1 it is 3, 4 minus 2 it is 2, 4 minus 3 is 1, it is 6. G of 4 is 6 here. Therefore, substituted here 6 plus 16 f of 4. So, f of 4 is 22. Clear? F of 4 here is 16 plus 4 is 20, 22 is your answer. I hope everyone understand. So, I hope everyone enjoy the class. This completely the polynomial and polynomial equations based question we discussed. So, next video will discuss the nature of the roots and how to find the solutions for the quadratic equations, and then so we'll discuss in a different way. Okay, so bye bye everyone. So you have to enjoy the class, you have to subscribe my channel and share to your friends. So thank you everyone.